It's what you all asked for. It's what was voted on by the majority of the respondents to the poll on Twitter, and now, here it is. Oh boy, help me. This is going to be a day. Because my brain is malfunctioning, and I really don't know what's going on, except for the fact that I am going to be watching Oklahoma versus Nebraska, Big 10 versus Big 12, right here on another stupid sports show. They just did the tunnel walk, touching the horseshoe in the Cornhuskers' home. That's what their whatchamacallit is called, isn't it? Yeah. I know what's happening. I'm aware of things in life. But my name is Jim B. I am here. I am glad those of you who are here showed up, and it is college football day in America. And this is such a big game that they're actually showing it on the over-the-air Fox station in my area. So that should tell you how important or overhyped this game is. Whichever way you choose to look at it. Oh, is that Urban Meyer one of the people on the college game day pregame? Yeah, I was doing my best to absolutely ignore that. That makes sense. But so far we got Kung Fu and Logan. I thought I saw Everything Theorist in here at one point. But, oh. Their new coach is Mickey Joseph, who was a QB at the school from 1988 to 1991. Well. I know Reggie Bush in the pregame show, I saw that he picked Nebraska to win 24-21. I'll take his word for it, just as probably much as I'll take your word on anything, guys, because I haven't seriously kept track of college football since the day that I realized that the rankings were bullshit and they made no sense. So, I think a lot of people think that Oklahoma's going to walk away with this one, Logan. I wouldn't be surprised. I have heard that Nebraska is in a bit of a shambles. They fired Frost last week after the 0-2 start. Even William thinks that Oklahoma's going to win. I do know that Kaylee, who is a big Cornhuskers supporter, is still debating whether or not to tune in. She was supposed to go to the game, but life got in the way of life. Kaylee, if you're out there, hope you're doing well. Take care of yourself. So how are you all doing this morning? Well, I hope you all still have your limbs and your I know Kung Fu is still working on the awareness of our present reality, but just take a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out. Acknowledge the arrival of one Luke Birch. Hello, Luke. Glad to see you can make it to the stream. My head is much better today, Luke. The headache is gone. I'm kind of seeing things clearly, except for the people are waving their shoes. Why are they waving their shoes at the field? Oh, Nebraska. Wow. Oklahoma in the series is 6-1 against Nebraska. And Oklahoma will be taking the ball first. They defer to the second half. And Zach B., welcome. Glad to have you here. We're watching apparently the big game of the week. Their current star QB transfer out of one of those little Florida colleges that racks up a lot of points. He's the new QB for Oklahoma. And we got a handoff on the first play, which will end up going for a little under 6 yards. That is Gray for the Sooners, who's coming in on that run. And they are ready to go again, giving no time for them to use their fancy sky cameras. And we have another handoff to Gray, who definitely gets the first down and will run all the way up to the 40. Well, dribbling in the pocket, losing time, and then he gets brought down to the 35. That is a sack from Reimer for Nebraska. They will lose 4 yards and will end up with second down. Wow, what, you mean I'm actually ahead? Holy crap. They stay on the ground, and this time the Cornhuskers sniff it out. He will maybe get 1 or 2 yards, but the defense is hyping themselves up for finally realizing that teams still use the run game. Congratulations to them for figuring that out. Okay, I don't even want to know. Do I want to know what the whole crossed hands okay sign thing is? Or will I just become sad? Crowd getting loud at Memorial. It's 3rd and 12 now. Gabriel will drop back. Gets in. He gets a smack in the face in the helmet just as he releases the ball. Not enough for a penalty, but enough to make him overthrow that pass. Incomplete, out of bounds, and Oklahoma will have to punt. Well. That's a good way to start the game for Nebraska if they want to get back into their winning ways. Yeah, I never thought anything weird could ever come out of Nebraska. Nothing. Oh. Well. I do have to say that there is one college fight song that is my personal favorite, and it happens to be a football fight song that was written specifically by a Harvard alumnus for the Harvard football team. And that throw on first down, he will get 11 yards fighting his way through, gets thrown out of bounds by the Oklahoma defenders. First down for number 4. And that song, by the way, written by one Mr. Tom Lehrer, is called Fight Fiercely Harvard. So if you think that most football fight songs are a little aggressive and violent, go check that one out. You might feel a little bit more at peace. And a decent block there by another one of the players, and number 3 will get about 15 yards before he's forced out of bounds. Ooh, Palmer with a great wrenching away out of the tackle of, I think it was White on that play. But damn. Nebraska has some momentum, and they are taking advantage of it. They are now at midfield. They go to the ground game this time, and he's going to get marked down for about 11 yards up the middle. Damn. Oh boy. And they do another pass out to the outside. Number 3 will get about 9 yards before he is wrapped up. An attempted one-person screen helped a little bit, but not too much. And now that leaves them with 2nd and 1. They go to the ground game again, all the way open as the pile gets moved upfield. They'll pick up 2, maybe 3 yards. Grant on the run for Nebraska, and once again, the chains move. Once again, out of the shotgun, whoever the Nebraska quarterback is, because I missed it the first time around. 1st and 10, my signal dies, and they call a false start. Fantastic. Whew. Oh, and a deep touchdown. Trey Palmer gets the Cornhuskers on the board first. A pretty pass over the heads of 2 rushing defenders who could not catch up with Palmer. That's nice. It deviates a little bit to the left and then breaks inside, and that is enough to lose his defender. Extra point is up and good. And apparently that's the longest play allowed by the OU defense this season. Oh, I bet Kaylee is very happy about that. We're down to 1:19 in the first quarter. They take a commercial break. Cornhuskers are up 7-0. And now we see that AT&T has finally run through their backlog of all the advertisements that they filmed during the pandemic, and they're now actually showing 2 people on screen at once. I guess that's progress? Perhaps. Oh. Oh, wow. And for those of you who don't know, I actually went out to a show in Chicago on Thursday night at a venue called Lincoln Hall. It's a cool place, you know, not too big. Got a nice little bar in the front. They do weird custom cocktails for specials every night, and they usually have interesting people come through. And I got to see one of the artists that I usually play on another stupid streaming show. He did a great live performance. It was sold out. Crowd was just happy to be there and enjoying themselves. It was a good vibe, man. A very good vibe. Yeah, and I may have helped myself to a few too many of those custom cocktails, because I was feeling it all day and yesterday. Oof. Oh. Yeah, my tolerance may still exist, but I have forgotten that I am older and the pain lasts longer. At least I wasn't feeling sick. It was just my brain trying to implode on itself, which you gotta admit is not the worst possible thing that you could be dealing with on a Thursday. Thursday? No, Friday. See? I still don't know what day it is. Absolutely brutal. But never mind that. Here comes the hype again. New coach hyping up the crowd. Well, the Nebraska players getting a little attention to their eye on the sideline. Looks like they might have gotten a little cut or something. Yeah. Uh, yeah, for all the help that brains can provide, they also can sometimes be our own worst enemies as well. In some ways, they are very, very, very stupid. After that touchback, it'll be, once again, the Sooners out on the 25. Nelson getting everybody into position. And they will stay on the ground and only get 2. They just ran right into the pile. Okay. Well, they are just going to hurry up and go again. They're not even waiting for a huddle. And they faked that handoff. It fooled everybody, including the cameraman. They were able to get a first down, move the chains. Some nice deception. Now they're at the 36 for the first down. They run around to the near side and run immediately into Henrich, who will get him down for a 1-yard loss. Okay, 2nd and 11 now, and Oklahoma hurries right back up to the line. They want to keep the pace up in this game, it seems. We've got a wide receiver motioning to the near side. They hand it off on a sweep, and it is read perfectly. Mims will barely get 3 yards. Mims Jr., Tommy Hill getting credit for the tackle on that one. What other organ voluntarily tortures itself? They are now at 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun. Empty backfield, will run for it, get the first down across the 50. He's now down to the 40, 35, 30. He's going to get... He dodges the tackle, steps out of it, and runs all the way for a touchdown. Damn. The awareness of Gabriel to be able to leap out of that defender's arms along the sideline. That was an impressive run. I cannot lie. That was cool. Nope. He stayed in. Not only did he dodge the tackle, but also managed to stay in bounds, just getting enough green between his feet and the sidelines. Damn. When that comes around for you all, you're going to agree with me. That was just cool. Zach Schmidt will get, and wow, just barely got it through. But wow, 7-7, and the fans are looking worried. 9:30 to go in the first, and already we're back to a tie game. Oh, I'm going to definitely have to fix that thing later. Yeah, wasn't it, William? Man, that was impressive. I'm kind of excited that we've gotten back to an era of mobile quarterbacks again. And not just, mobile quarterbacks, that are a little bit smaller but can take off, but also, the Josh Allens and all these new guys coming up who have the mass and the strength to do a decent stiff arm or plow their way through a potential stop. Oh, I don't know. It just reminds me of the older days when there would be people playing 2 positions at once and would just use their freakish athletic ability to excel in whatever position that they played at. Cool things like that. Yeah, not just QBs, but running backs with arms like Lamar. You are not going to let that go, are you, Luke? Never. Out of curiosity, do the Ravens play the Packers this season? Or are we... is the AFC North not on the Packers' schedule this year? Yeah, I did want to give you all a heads up. I know that for tomorrow, I have decided for some strange reason to do New England versus Pittsburgh. But I'm also going to be doing my best to keep track of the Lions as well through means. Oh, the AFC North was on the schedule last year. Okay. So I'm trying to remember. Now, it's gone. I lost it. Before I forget, though, we do have to thank our sponsor for this Saturday edition of Another Stupid Sports Show, Crispy Hexagons. 6-sided corn and rice cereal that gives you everything that the box promises. See, I don't even remember what I was trying to remember, Luke. It'll probably come back to me in about 5 hours after it's not important anymore, and that's going to be a touchback on that kickoff. Cornhuskers will take it at their own 25. Oh yes, William, crispy hexagons are back. And oh, that was the other cool thing. So I mentioned the station IDs that I'm getting a couple people I know to work on. Yes, textured shapes. One of them sent me the list of all the ones that they have that they've come up with so far, and I'm excited. Oh, we're gonna have some fun. A nice run around the edge of the play by number 10 in Nebraska. He'll leap out of bounds, maybe get 9 on that run. I'm not sure they're gonna give him the first down. Yeah, I remember, Luke. It's hard to remember when you won't let me forget. Easy pass in traffic, but a great throw to Washington by Thompson right there. And they give the squish, 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 squish signal, which I'm assuming means jet sweep. Out of the shotgun once again, now up to the 44-yard line. And they're going to try to take the outside again. They're met by a swarm of Sooners that will knock them back to about the 43. All right, here comes third down. It's going to be about 3rd and 4, I think. Yeah. Now that I've mentally adjusted that wherever I think the ball lands, it's always 2 yards off from where the referees say it lands, college football and the spotting thereof has become much easier for me. Oh, and just misses with that pass out of the hands and nearly intercepted. I think the Isotopes have a good shot of winning tomorrow, Luke. This is going to be a test game. One that, well, you saw that the Lions were able to keep up with what is now a high-performance offense in the Eagles. But now we see if Carson Wentz's Week 1 performance against Jacksonville was indicative of something new to come, or just them beating up on Jacksonville. But to be truthful, after that week 1 performance where the Lions offense improved greatly from what we had seen last year, I think it can happen. Yes, textured shapes, Logan. Crispy hexagons. But like I had mentioned before, I got looking at the promos and I realized what I'm going to do for the videos that are going to go along with those promos. I am very excited. I have to go buy a lot of socks and googly eyes and clothing dye and pipe cleaners and just all kinds of whatnots. Yeah, this is going to be an exciting couple of weeks ahead. Well, thank you, William. I appreciate that. Hopefully, Aiden Hutchinson can be an impact player this week, because apparently he was kind of missing in action during the first week. Hey. It's cool, though. You know, sometimes it could take a few weeks for a team to get its shit together. You know, like the Packers. Yeah. However, Luke, if by chance the Bears do win, yeah, I think there's going to be, I don't think it's time for panic, but I think some serious discussions need to be had. And I know the Bears were projected to be the worst team coming into the NFL this year. You know, they have no offensive line. Justin Fields is not proven. They have no receivers. But, hey, they won in horrible conditions. A win's a win. And I'm sure they would love to carry that momentum into stealing a win out of Lambeau Field. I'm not sure it can happen. Yeah. Oh, yes, I'm sure Packers Twitter will... Looks like it was a faked handoff that time, and Gabriel's going to slide down and will be credited with a little under 5 yards on that run. Only got 4, 2nd and 6. They try to go over the middle. Nothing doing. Just off the fingertips of the receiver. Incomplete. 3rd and 6. You know, the timer doesn't really do anything if I'm not keeping on top of it like this. Yes, the chaos would be delicious. Probably just as chaotic if Pittsburgh is back on top of the AFC North again. And my signal went out right before the play started. And we see that the Huskers only gained a yard on a pass to the near side of the field. Oklahoma goes, yep, call that 3 and out. And they will be forced to punt. And that was a good kick. And the returner's only able to get up to 32. It's also nice to see punters that can flip the field like that again. I have to say, I missed that. Oh, good. Well, so far the game is interesting to watch. It seems the teams are feel pretty evenly matched. This definitely isn't Oregon State beating the living hell out of Boise State. And Nebraska seems determined to get the second win in their historic series with the Oklahoma Sooners. let's see, just for the sake of... yeah, Bob, I have a feeling that you guys have a great chance of winning against the Patriots this Sunday. The Patriots kind of looked like a mess, if we're gonna be honest. And let's face it, the Patriots don't have the MVP. Just real quick, I'm gonna see how the rest of NCAA foosball scores are going. All right, currently Michigan is up on UConn 7-0. Georgia is leading South Carolina by the same score. Kentucky and Youngstown State are still deadlocked at 0. Virginia Tech 20-0 over Wofford at the end of the first half. Baylor is currently beating up Texas State. Army and Villanova are tied. Miami of Ohio is on top of Cincinnati. Indiana has a single field goal that is currently giving them the lead over Western Kentucky in the first quarter. And Kent State and LIU are tied at 7 with 2:44 to go in the first. Very, very busy day. The game is back as Fox Sports piles on the nostalgia behind all of the ads. Good times, good times. Really, Jersey Mike's be a sub above and beyond. Oh, I'm sure Bill already knows and has plans to deal with your O-line. Meanwhile, Huskers are back on the field at their own 32. And we don't even get to snap because of a false start penalty. How much of this state of Oklahoma? Oh, I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. I would say that meth is still the substance of choice, and a good job after breaking 2 tackles for that one Sooner to pull number 9 down in the backfield. That's Allen who will get the sticks moved for Nebraska. Woo! Oh, right, because they had the false start. Now it's 2nd and 5, and they're going to run again. And Allen will be short a yard on that run. 3rd and very short. Yeah, no one would think it's Missouri, but, Oh, shoot, even with a defender coming around the line from the far side, he was able to dive forward and get the first down. Good run by Allen up the middle. This will be first down now up at the 40, their own 43. Back to pass. Pressure coming. He's able to get it out to number 83, who will pick up 2 yards on that pass near the far sideline. Getting down to 5:51 to go now in the first quarter. Yeah. See? Other people can testify to it better than I can. And there comes a sack finally for the Sooners. Sean White just nailed Thompson in the back there. Welcome, Ron. And good for him for actually holding on, because he didn't see that coming at all. They're back to 3rd and 12 now. And pressure's coming, and another sack coming off of the far edge. Second sack in a row for the Oklahoma Sooners. Number 8 will get the credit on that one. This is a, right here, Rod, this is a old-timey Letterman's jacket for the University of Minnesota. Yeah, bath salts is so early 2010s. Doesn't anybody know the fashionable forms of methamphetamines that we create to skirt around the law? I mean, come on. That's cool, Ron. Make sure while you're there, you pick up perhaps some crispy hexagons or our other sponsor for this afternoon's game. Super Chill Cream Soda. And the big game next week is going to be Michigan versus Maryland. Oh, yeah. I think I had already left by the time Ben joined the VC last night. I did see the aftermath of it the next morning. Y'all are some rowdy people when the lights go down. Nice job by the Nebraska defense getting that tackle. He just barely... Oh, he lost control of that snap. It was a bad snap, and it'll be a 2-yard loss on the sack there. Good protection by the O-line to let Gabriel get the pass off to number 12. He'll be about a half yard shy of the first down on that one. Holy crap. Well, they're going to give him the first down anyway. And it'll be a fresh set of the downs immediately after that. Ooh. Very cool. Oh. I hope that goes well. And now a run up the middle from Major will pick up 5 for the Sooners. Getting down to near the end of the first quarter, and looks like the Sooners have finally found an offensive groove with which to work. Each Saturday night in October, you say? Ooh. 3rd down and 6, and an easy pass over the middle that time. Wow. And that was Stoops. Was able to go across the middle of the field and get an easy first down there for the Sooners. First down, and great placement on that ball to Jaleel Farouk. And seriously, that was a hell of a pass. Wow. And now, just like that, 13-7, with only a little under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lining up now for that extra point attempt. My signal dies yet again. And it is good. And what do you know? The first lead for Oklahoma in this game, 14-7 over the Nebraska Cornhuskers. So do you have an idea for what kind of game is it going to be? Is it going to be a little more funny, dark? Is there going to be a specific genre involved, or has that been discussed at all? Oh yeah, let's definitely start clearing some of that out. Oh boy. This week is going to be packed. But in case any of you didn't see it, for this upcoming week, we've got, of course, New England Pitt tomorrow, stupid streaming show on Monday, and on Thursday, for counter-programming to the Browns on Thursday Night Football, the Power of Duck will be returning. All right. Good to know, Luke. Oh. Yep. Exactly, Kung Fu. Yeah, a question for you, Bob. Is Florida still like a major powerhouse team, or are they kind of fallen off in the past couple of years? Because I don't really ever remember hearing them lately. Being in the mix in the top 10 or even the national championship picture. When I remember so much of my youth was just Florida, Florida, Florida State all over again. Be 1st and 10 now. At the 25. And the Sooner defense seems to have found their speed, but there is a flag on the play. What are they saying? I do not know. I cannot read lips. Contact and question was legal. 2nd down. Okay. Yes and no. All right. Where did I find that? Honestly, it kind of... How I discovered it was I saw a video of a role-playing group actually, doing a live stream version of it. And then I looked it up, and it was from this... I forget the name of the game publisher, but they have a whole bunch of them like it. I know there's another one called Kids on Bikes that is supposed to be like a reminiscent of the like E.T. Stranger Things, kids investigating kids dealing with the paranormal, and another sack for Oklahoma. That is 3. Redmond will get the credit on that one. They'll lose about 10 yards. 11 yards, even worse. Whew. Oh boy. Hey, remember when I said this was looking like an evenly matched game? Yeah, I opened my mouth, didn't I? Well, at least they punted back over the 50-yard line. It will be run back immediately across the 30, down to, just to the 23-yard line. Impressive run up the sidelines by Mims Jr. Oh yeah, that does sound like a bad 1-2. Yeah, well, we will see, Luke. We will see. We might be able to find a time to do something like that. That was a 33-yard punt return, and now it looks like the Sooners could do it again. They faked the handoff, and it looks like they were going for another one to catch inside the 10, but just off the hands of the receiver, incomplete. Whew. 37 seconds to go, by the way. I've just given up trying to keep track of the counter. And finally, Gray gets wrapped up by number 44 after gaining 6. And but nope, they're not going to run it out. They're going to go for one more play. fakes the handoff pass to number 9, who will break the tackle and get inside the 10 to the 9. And has a tackle by a Reimer on Willis. Oh, you're not here yet, True North? Well, let me know when you get here. And with that, we end the first quarter. And looks like the Sooners are already about to add to their 14-7 lead. I'm going to take a little pause for the cause. We will be back for the second quarter of Oklahoma versus Nebraska here on another Stupid Sports Show in just a couple of minutes. And just for those of you who were concerned, because I'm pretty sure a few of you were, current score in the Missouri-Abilene Christian game is 14-3 near the beginning of the second quarter. Meanwhile, Northwestern is beating up on Southern Illinois 13-7, and Purdue has 2 field goals to Syracuse's 1 near the end of the first. Wow, and there's still, a big slate of games to come in this day. But first, we got to get through the big one, this big one. Oh. And now come the promotions for fall baseball, because it's the time of the year when most people can bring themselves to care about baseball, because it's the playoffs, and we know that there will be something resembling an end to it soon. I'm curious about something. MLB standings. Oh well. Did Mims get in there? Yep. What do you know? That is the beginning of quarter 2. We are barely 6 seconds in. And boy, oh boy. I'm also amazed by the fact that apparently the MLB standings are so horrific and disgusting that my browser refuses to show them to me. Oh boy. Yeah, Kaylee, it was looking like real competitive and real exciting in the first quarter. But then Oklahoma decided to shift into third gear and ugh. Oh no. They're trying to determine whether he actually crossed the line. Oh, because he didn't step in, his foot stepped out of the end zone when he crossed the pylon. They're going to take it back. Okay. And a quick shout out to the fans for showing out despite all the losses every year. Well, as I understand it, that is kind of the story with college football loyalty. The faithful will show up year after year, no matter how many times you punch them in the gonads. Wow. Oh, because he didn't physically touch the pylon. The pylon did not get extended. Okay. Oh god, and now it's the position of the ball. They don't even take the position of the ball until when people are brought down. It's God damn it, college football, you're not helping my brain at the moment. And of course, yeah. All right, so far Oakland, Kansas City, Detroit are no longer have been eliminated from playoff contention. New York Yankees and the Guardians are currently leading their respective divisions. Houston Astros have clinched their playoff berth. I'm filled with joy. LA Dodgers have won the NL West. The St. Louis Cardinals are pulling their usual BS and are on top of their division by 7.5 games over the Brewers. And oh, half-yard line now, second down. The Mets are still on top. They are a game ahead of the Braves in the NL East. Yikes. Whew. Well. Well, we gotta drag him out, Kung Fu, because how else are we going to get the valuable ad dollars that support these institutions of higher learning so we can continue to enrich? I can't even say that shit with a straight face. Time out, Nebraska, by the way. And there will be another pause for the cause as Mickey Joseph starts updating his resume, I suppose. Oh, damn. And also, currently, Michigan has extended their lead over UConn, now 17-0. Oklahoma. Oh, that's the game we're watching. Of course, that score seems familiar. Baylor has extended their shutout of Texas State to 14 points. Virginia is blanking Wofford 20-0. Miami has gained a 10-7 lead over Cincinnati. That's Miami of Ohio, not the Miami Hurricanes. Army have taken the lead from Villanova. They're now up by a touchdown, 14-7. Indiana has crawled ahead of Western Kentucky, 9-7 in the second quarter. And Kent State still ahead of LIU, 14-7, just as their second quarter is beginning. So we don't have that many embarrassing games yet. And also, I am kind of glad, but also kind of not, that I didn't get the Rutgers game last week from the poll, because I think the final score turned out to be like 66-7. Rutgers won, and I gotta admit that would have been kind of funny to watch, just for how certain people, use Rutgers as the punching bag. Oh yeah, all that progressive money definitely goes straight to textbooks. Goes to updating the dorms, maybe putting in Wi-Fi, removing what I'm sure is the smell of numerous bodily fluids, and of course, maybe getting some new pads for the offensive linemen. I am glad, though, that the student athletes can now get endorsement deals, so at least they get some recompense for what is most likely going to be their biggest exposure in what is essentially a farm system for the professional football leagues of this country. And if they don't sniff the NFL, they can at least get a little something for, damaging their bodies very early in their lives. All right, here we go again. We're now down to 14:51. I'm just going to keep an eye on that. Delayed handoff out of the eye, and it'll be another touchdown for Oklahoma. Marcus Major running it in from a half a yard. And they are finally up 20. Oh, I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this game. I don't know about you all, but I might find something else to switch to when we get to halftime if this continues on the train of pain which they are currently riding. Hello, Foster. I heard you sent a package of whatnots to Mr. Grossi. I didn't catch it in the stream, but I heard your name mentioned in the mod chat. Where are you, remote? Remote, where are you? Nope, you're not a remote. You're definitely not a remote. Ah, son of a bitch. Oh. Oh, it was totally not beer. Ah, cool. Olive oil. Olive oil. I usually always heard it referred to as suspended solutions of yeast samples. And there it is. Another touchback. Nebraska will start on their 25. Hopefully they can add a couple more points. Absolutely. Water with hops and barley. It's kind of like, gamer girl bathwater, but there's a better chance that you won't die for drinking this. And they try on the handoff and will get dragged back all the way inside the 10. It depends on where they're going to spot this one. As Ethan Downs blowing up the play. Oh. They're going to make just a loss of 6, so they'll only be at the 19. And that throw is short of the receiver who was open. Be incomplete. Yeah. From that great start Nebraska had, they had just been slowly smothered by the Sooners defense as this game has gone on. You know, once again, a shame to see. I love to watch a competitive game, and this is not a competitive game. They will attempt a run, get one on the far side of the line. We'll be left with 4th and 15, and we'll be forced to punt. Punter standing right outside his own 5-yard line. It will be getting away safely. Catch around the 40 as my signal dies again. Mims will fair catch it at the 37. And that's where we stand. Alright, I'm just going to take a quick little break to see if I can find my Fubo remote so I can see what other games are on, because I have a feeling we're going to be switching at a certain point. So, just give me a couple of minutes, another stupid sports show. We'll be right back. And it will be... What were we at? Second down now? Yeah, I think so. And thankfully, the Cornhuskers were able to trip up the runner that time, only get a gain of 5 on that play. And a great back shoulder pass by the quarterback that time with that extension. Oh, yeah, number 22. That's Parker Jr. for Oklahoma is able to reach and get the first down. Well, I think we might be switching over to Purdue Syracuse because apparently I don't get ESPNU or they're showing a different game than is available to me. Well, there we go. 1st and 10 now. For Oklahoma, advancing down the field yet again. And it seemed to be visible confusion between Gabriel and the coach on the sidelines. So, Oklahoma spends their first time out of the game. Oh boy. Oh, now they decide to take a pause and think about things that they're doing. Oh, what a shame. Let me see. Yeah, hopefully Purdue Syracuse will be an improvement, shall we say. They're currently both at about the same time in the game, so don't worry. I think we'll be switching after this drive. Man in motion back to the QB's right and then back out again. Gabriel looking, skies it. And that's going to be a flag for pass interference because he was pretty clearly tackled before he got an attempt to catch the ball. And it's only a 15-yard penalty, thankfully not a spot foul in college. Yeah, no, that was the only way that they were going to stop that point from getting through. No matter how much I would like for it, they still haven't crossed 12 minutes yet. That run to the near side will gain a couple. Major getting the go there. 6. Be 2nd down and 8. Who then throws the touchdown to Marcus Major in the end zone. Yeah, I think it's about time for us to switch. Yep. All right, currently, looks like Purdue has the ball. They're down in Syracuse territory, 2nd and 10. With about 9:14 to go. Let me get all of this. Ah, right. Now, sometime I'm going to actually get this timer thing working and I will feel so damn accomplished. That run gets maybe, about 5 on that one. They'll still have 3rd down and 4 to go. Well, now they're under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Let's see. Wow, and a great tackle, very high tackle by Syracuse on that one. Will drag the receiver 2 yards short of the first. And just so you know, I am checking this out on Fubo right now, so there's a good chance that I will be behind whatever some of you are seeing live. This will be a 41-yard attempt now by Purdue. It's already hit from 40. True and through. So that's going to be now 9-3. Purdue over Syracuse. 7:54 now to go in that half. Do I? Yeah, I might as well update the friggin' colors. Why not? I got the time. I will admit I didn't get a good look at Gabriel to see whether or not he looked like Zach Wilson. But I'm sure that he can find a way to turn that to his advantage. I do also have to unfortunately report that I think the YouTube algorithm figured me out. After trying to sell me, that bucket food that survivalists have for when the great collapse comes, they've tried to sell me that. They've tried to sell me camo and farm equipment, farm dating, and just all sorts of things. YouTube has now started trying to sell me music. Like, whatever musicians are buying ad space to get their videos in front of people, I'm getting those now. So I knew it was a matter of time before they figured me out. Oh yeah. No, there's some very deep red near where I live. In fact, there are some houses here, let's say they still very much believe in the deep state. Of course, those houses are usually the ones that look like they're also a stiff breeze away from falling over. But oh God, that's right. 2 Monday Night Football games. I kind of hate when they do this. All right, so Purdue. I keep forgetting where the hell Purdue is. Are they still in the Big Ten or what? Oh, yeah, they are. That's going to be a touchback, I think. And Syracuse doesn't have a first down in this quarter. What the hell happened to Syracuse? Didn't they win a national title a couple years ago? Or did they run through all their players already? All right, which ACC do I want to try on this website? Oh, I picked the right one. There's Syracuse. And he flips it back. Does have a man open down the field. And it is intercepted by the Boilermakers. There is a flag on the play, though, so I think they're going to call interference. And they will fall down, and that's Taylor. He got it back to the 20. There was a lot of contact on that play. Pass interference. I think because the Syracuse quarterback was feeling pressure, he wasn't able to get as much on that ball as he wanted. It was a little bit underthrown. Oh yeah, no, it was a great catch by Reese Taylor, but the other defender back there was definitely getting in the way. He is swinging out to the far side, and will get across the 50-yard line now. All right. Oh, they're going to give him 3. The referees, they are so generous, just when we need them the most. Oh, now he's going to keep the ball. Quarterback is going to run. Will get the first down. Runs out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Just past it, honestly. And Garrett Schrader, the QB for Syracuse. Oh, you guys are right. This is definitely looking like a more fun game. Tucker get the handoff and could not get out. Will maybe get a yard on that play. Logan Thomas. I do not know a Logan Thomas. Let's see. Who are you, Logan Thomas? Oh, a tight end for the Commanders. I'm not the person to ask about that, Luke, honestly. I mean, I'm starting Daniel Jones at quarterback for my fantasy team this week, so I wouldn't ask my advice on anything related to fantasy. Jacoby Myers or Chase Claypool in the flex. I would take Chase Claypool. Another handoff to Tucker, who will have to power through a couple of tacklers to get 4 or 5 yards. Will be second down. Oh yeah, Danny Dimes going to pop off this week. We know it, William. We know it. And take advice from the chat, not me. It's okay, Foster. We all suffer at some point during the football season. So is the nature of the NFL. All hail its mighty and terrible wisdom. Now we have 3rd and 5 for Syracuse. They are down to the 23 of the Purdue. They are letting that clock run as much as possible. I don't think they want to give the Boilermakers another opportunity to get a score in the first half here. And A hard count to expose the blitz and where it's coming from, and now they have to readjust. And as a timeout, I'm assuming by Purdue. Oh, timeout Syracuse. And it will be a full media timeout, so we shut that off. And, well, not Danny, but Saquon and... Ooh. Now, it's bad when somebody puts asterisks in a person's name. Oh, Todd Downing. Okay, that's why the pain. That's why the pain. Understood, Foster. Understood. Whew. Oh boy. Now let's just take a moment to update these team colors. Oh yeah, we should probably update the teams as well. Are you? I'm definitely going to have to get a new scoreboard. As easy as the hotkeys are, that's just a pain in the ass to deal with every time. As apparently Patrick Mahomes is now hitting on the State Farm guy, throwing bath bombs into his little pool in the locker room. Ads are just getting weirder and weirder, and I do not understand it. Yeah, Saquon has to stay healthy first. And right now, 50 on him doing that, considering how much he has been lost to different injuries over the past couple of years. And Luke is you. But thinks Tua will shit the bed. Who are the Dolphins playing this week? It is... Oh, they're playing the Ravens. Oh. Yeah. Well, that ought to be fun. Oof. All right. At least one. Just one. Let's get that arranged before. All right. So there's Syracuse. Oh, we're back now. And the coverage on this is, of course, top notch, because the entire play of Dinger, and we missed the incomplete pass there. It's 4th and 5. Yeah, Oklahoma versus Nebraska was turning into a complete train wreck. Oklahoma was dominating. Nebraska looks like they're devoid of life. So we switched over to Purdue, Syracuse. Okay, well, honestly, for a program and its fans to openly chant "We want Urban," that sounds like trolling, just to me. But I could be wrong. Yeah, definitely thoughts are with Kaylee. After all of this nonsense. And that one was missed. Is no good. Well, well, well. Oh, no, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect. We'll pick that screen color. We'll get the dark gray going. So now we have complete Boilermaker colors through all of their thingamabob. Now we move to Purdue. Oh, I put the Purdue colors on Syracuse. Oh God, I'm not awake yet. Well, missed field goal. O'Connell will bring it back inside, but will get maybe an extra yard before he is brought down. Yeah, screw it. Yeah. We learned. Bob, we learned about Urban. Logan, Oklahoma, Nebraska became I hesitate to use the word massacre. Pressure gets through and he'll have to throw it away. Wisconsin versus OSU next Saturday. Ooh. Well, that ought to be a fun one. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're getting this just the way it needs to be. And it gets broken up. Nice job by the Syracuse defense to... That was some nice defense there, I gotta admit. Color, we got the... Oh yeah. And that was the first 3 and out that Syracuse has forced on the Boilermakers during this game. And some form is helpfully informing the Boilermakers that they suck. Meanwhile, a punted away is immediately hit at the 28. Woof. Shush you. Oh, yeah. Luke's now looking forward to Wisconsin OSU, and there's also UF versus Tennessee. Oh, yeah. No, I will see what games I'm going to have available for me. I will have another poll up next week, probably on Tuesday, to get that figured out. The QB gets out of the grip of a defender who had his jersey and spins toward a 7-yard gain. Okay. That's definitely better. But is it going to get them anything before the half? That's the big question. Oh, another completion. Stops the clock, moves the chains. First down for the Orangemen. Once again, the pressure coming from the Boilermakers. The QB has to scramble back to his own line of scrimmage as the pocket collapses. Be no gain. At this point, Ron, I just assume that Luke is some kind of energy vampire. And a wide open field for that quarterback run. There is a flag on the play, so I assume that piece of good good play for the Syracuse is going to come back. Let me guess, holding? That will be a 10-yard holding penalty. Oh boy. We're going to have to get us some coffee. If I'm yawning this much, I thought I'd slept more than I did, apparently. Apparently, Syracuse has their best player on the sidelines. Maybe they're limiting reps for him. And Schrader has to run again. And he looks... Honestly, Schrader looks like he's moving like Big Ben. Just really running through syrup or something. No, just coffee. Just coffee. Oh. I thought I got enough sleep last night. Apparently I didn't. And now they lose the football during the sack. It's a recovery for Purdue inside the Syracuse 40, near the 36. Hey, nothing wrong with being a vampire, Luke. Just, notify me if you're going to take my energy, because I'm going to have to, plan my spoons accordingly for the day then. And now they're going to review it. That's the thing, I'm not even really feeling hungover, just tired. And I thought I was going to solve that by getting to bed earlier last night. This game is supposedly on ESPN too. Alright, the colors are taken care of. The score is updated. All is okay while we wait for the review to come through. Alright, see you in 5 minutes, Luke. Whatever you gotta be doing for that. And yes, whoever is joining, I know the title, but Oklahoma, Nebraska was a complete shit show. One-sided football games are never fun. So, we switched over to Purdue, Syracuse. Let's see if I can actually update this thing the way that the sneaky people do when they're doing live streams and don't want to be caught correcting anything. Alright, this might do it. All right. After review, incomplete forward pass. And honestly, folks, that is going to probably end the second half, because it's going to get punted away. There's only 22 seconds left. Oof. The officials have been keeping Syracuse in this game, if we're going to be honest. save that title, so it should be updated now. Return man is at his own 25. Yep. That's updated now. We're all set. Catch and returns to the 40. Not bad at all. And Logan, as one would expect, is rooting hard for Wisconsin. Thinks they can beat OSU if they limit mistakes and play good defense. Logan, this season so far has Wisconsin shown good defense and now a legal formation on the kicking team. That's okay though, because arriving just in time to grace us all with her presence, are they going to do anything with these 2 timeouts in 13 seconds? Yeah, let's find out, Angie. Out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from their own 45. Has to get flushed out of the pocket, still waiting. And has to throw it away. Down to 5. Well, looks like it is Hail Mary time. We might get a little bit more embarrassment before the half comes to a close. And, of course, they take a timeout right before the ball is snapped. Whew. Yeah, I know, Angie. How dare I? How dare I keep paying attention to football when there is a cat to be petted? I know, you're still not happy about how that game turned out, are you, Angie? If you can imagine, she was a little bit miffed after the Chargers lost to the Chiefs on Thursday night. All right. Yeah, they were definitely not going for a Hail Mary. I think they were just hoping to get a fluke run on the far side of the field, and with that, 9-3 will be the score at the half between the Purdue Boilermakers and the Syracuse Orangemen. Purdue will receive the second half kickoff, and finally, another stupid sports show reaches halftime on one of these games. Go ahead and take a nice little pause for the cause. We'll be back in a few minutes. man. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's the good stuff. Well, by necessity and not exactly by choice on this one, I've had to bring out one of our other usual sponsors, Legal Coffee. The Mexican instant coffee, 99.5% guaranteed to not contain methamphetamines. Yeah, hopefully this coffee will hit, Foster, and it will carry me through however long this second half extends. Which, knowing college football, could be a overly ridiculous long time. Oh, okay. And the RPG that Luke referred to earlier apparently has got an info dump in the mod Discord. I have to go take a look at that after the game because I'm not sure that my brain can parse an additional channel of information at the moment. Oh my gosh, BYU. Oh, that's Kentucky. Never mind, they're going against Youngstown State today. And they're up 21-0 at the half. Oh. I think I would feel better about these little gimme games that the schools like to schedule to, you know, get some easy wins, pump up the fan base and all that. I think I would feel better about them if... yeah. If things like this happen more often, where there are more upsets by teams that they try to schedule as free punching bags. But as it is, they just look too easy, and usually you end up tuning in so you can hope you can see one of those upsets, but it rarely ever happens. I know, a bit of a shame, but like I said, exciting competitive games are much more fun to watch than where the teams are just stomping mud holes, and one team is stomping a mud hole into another. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is another stupid sports show with me, Jim B, a person who knows very little about sports and therefore depends on the wisdom of the chat and whatever I can bring my brain to look up in order to further educate myself on all of the context that I'm missing. Just come here, Andy. Yeah, I know. You wanted to be up. Oh yeah, and we also usually get the cats on camera too, just to, you know, keep engagement up. So even if there's not something interesting going on, like right, we'll get at least a cute animal fix. I know. You've had to work very hard today to behave yourself and not burn down the house and chop down all the trees and get those squirrels who were mocking you this morning for not being quick off the jump. Because I know that didn't come from you, Angie. Monty? Are you hiding somewhere? Oh, yeah, Monty is out and about now. We might get a second guest at a certain point. Oh, Parker mod, you don't want that. Okay. Oh. Yes, Monty? Is there something you need to bring to our attention? Possibly? Maybe. Guess not. Damn, two Saint Bernards? That is... Whew. Like, I love them. I love Saint Bernards. Big dogs are wonderful, but two of them, dang. Man, all the muscles in my shoulder are aching at the thought of trying to hang on for dear life, taking them for a walk. Because honestly, I think that's what gave me probably the worst injury I ever suffered. It was back in my dog walking days. I was walking two bully breeds. It was an American Bulldog and a Staffordshire mix, and they decided they wanted to track down and kill a golden retriever puppy they saw down the block, so they both pulled really hard at the same time while I happened to be standing on a patch of ice and drove me right on the ground into my shoulder. It was a rough week, to say the very least, especially because I didn't have health insurance at the time. Now they're running through all of the games celebrating the ACC and all of its glory. You promote yourselves, ACC. You do what you gotta do. No, it wasn't separated, but it turned out that when they both yanked at the same time, it pulled a muscle somewhere back here, and I essentially lost the use of my arm because any movement with it or movement at all was painful as all hell. And because I couldn't take off work, I ended up working with a pulled muscle in my back, and ugh, those were some rough days, even with the cortisone shots. Like, I still have a very, very clear memory, and this was in the middle of winter, by the way, of biking down to my first appointment along the Lakeshore Trail. It is freezing cold outside, and I was in so much pain at that point that I was screaming to try to relieve some of the pain that I was getting. So it was just, you would have just seen this, very well covered and kitted out winter biker only using one arm to steer. Wind is blowing on the Lakeshore Trail in Chicago near Lake Michigan and just screaming his damn head off. Oh. Yeah, that's... memories. I'm not sure which one that is now because Angie has taken to lowering the pitches of her meowing to try to sound more like Monty. And it's a little Now I actually have to actually go in the room to figure out which one of them it is, and it's usually Angie begging to be let out again. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so Malia is a little bit smaller than Bourbon. Which one of the dogs, Logan, is sort of the designated leader of the two? Because there's usually one that is, they either are in charge or they think that they're in charge. Oh, Mala is the alpha female. Yeah, no, that kind of tracks. I do remember one client I had where it was two dogs, you know, big hulking black Labrador, you know, very, very loving hell beast with a doofy grin, and the other dog was this like little 8-pound skin and bones Italian greyhound, and the greyhound definitely thought that he was in charge. Like he could barely get up the other dog's leg in order to assert his dominance, and she'd usually just shake him off or shove him away with her nose. Oh. Same parents, different litters. Oh yeah. Well, it's also good when dogs can recognize that they have the size difference and, you know, do or play around in a way so that nobody will get hurt. You know, something to help the little dogs out, make them feel better about themselves. All right, there we go. I could feel some of that precious caffeine seeping its way into my body. This is good. This can happen. Aw. They still think that the toddlers are out eating Tide Pods. Aw. Come on. You know they've moved on to borax. That's the new thing to do. And hi again, Angie. I know, just here on your usual tour. Oh, I feel you, Luke. I probably am going to make it an early night myself because I did not expect to be this tired. And I still want to get some shit done. I started getting some ideas of other ways that I can make the streams better. I definitely want to start putting some videos into the breaks so that y'all can have something to watch while I'm away from the camera. And it's not just, you know, awkwardness and silence in chat. I've been considering it. I just have to figure out, you know, what exactly I'm going to do. But, oh. I mean, if I really wanted to be a complete scumbucket, I could advertise my other streams. Ooh. Oh. 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 Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to somebody. Oh. Now the ideas have come along again. And I officially have too many notes in this folder. I think we may have to do some reorganizing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a touchback, by the way. Boilermakers are going to start, and the Syracuse defense comes out roaring and knocks and drags the running back down for a 5-yard loss. Now, they could keep that up through the rest of the game. I think they have a good chance of getting back into this. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be something simple. Gonna throw over the middle. They will get about 6 or 7 yards on that pass to number 45. Third and kind of manageable. We 3rd and 6 now. We have a back to the QB's right. 3 receivers to the left. Mixed it up, and it was just out of the reach of number 9, going to the far sidelines, incomplete. And they will have to punt the ball away to Syracuse. Oh no, it's going to be nothing too crazy, Luke. Just making some, let's just call them special videos. Oh, it could be a giveaway. I'm not even sure that this person can do it. I've got to find out if they are, one, have the time, 2, have access to the equipment that I'm looking for, and 3, if they'd be interested. Wow, back and forth, and Syracuse will get up to the 39-yard line on that kick return. That's Jackson again, the player that all of the announcers were screaming about in the first half. Why haven't they put him in the game? I would say find out in a couple of weeks. I think this next week I'm going to start working on this stupid idea. Actually, yeah, no, that seems like a good thing to do after this game. Is I'm going to definitely go out to the craft store and probably Target, because I think that's the best place for me to get a whole bunch of socks in bulk. And he waited too long and will be brought down behind the line for a loss of 1. Yeah, slap at my hand all you want. Just remember, I still gave you guys the midday snack, even though I could have, stayed distracted and left you alone. No. I did. I was there. I remember it. I got to hear both of you howling at me about how you haven't eaten in 8 hours and everything is falling apart. There's Izzy pitch, and he pitched it backwards, but he's able to recover before Purdue can get another turnover. There is a flag on the play. Sideline warning on Syracuse. Have to reset the play clock to 12:43. The announcers are going crazy, pointing out that Syracuse already got a sideline foul earlier in the game, and that should have been a flag. Pass was deflected over the middle, and number 20 is just slamming the ground in frustration that he wasn't able to bring that down for another interception. Yeah, I got that. Got his hand right on that, but the deflection just kept going behind him. Brothers had a decent chance. I don't know how long that bike game is. I'm not sure if it's another one shot or if it's one that you do over a series of sessions. I'll look. As a fair catch at the 35 for the Boilermakers. They will take over, I'm assuming, after this break. Well, they're going to take a break. I'm not. I don't need to quite yet. True North has returned to inform me that he will pay me next Tuesday for 2 hamburgers today. Let me consider that offer, True North, and I'll get back to you. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, the publishers who make that, they're the same people who made the other game, Luke, are called Renegade Game Studios. Have all kinds of RPGs and whatnot. Let me see. Blah 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 blah. Doobity doobity doo. Libbity blibbity bleak. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Alright, is there anything about the game itself? Number of players? No, of course not. Come on. Wait, is this it? Hang on. Man. I wish they would just answer that simple question for me. I guess they wouldn't get the extra dollars if they gave out everything at once. All right, 2 burgers, good start to the day, and True North is about to consume 2 carnival hot dogs. Yes, best of luck. I think even Angie is wishing you luck on that one. Are you? I'm going to take that as a yes. Oh yeah. Ooh, you know what? Sorry, ideas are coming. Oh, no problem, Luke. I had a great time doing that. Ooh, hey. When you're that hungry, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's sorry, the light bulbs are coming. Light bulbs are coming, and we're going to attempt to plan things so we can finish this year strong. And if we need to provide more counter programming, considering when they might shift some of the Cleveland Brown games for the sake of, ratings. Purdue's going to be about a yard shy on that run. Be 3rd and very manageable. Clock continuing to tick away. Oh yeah, the light bulb is definitely going burr. Wow. And he falls to the ground a half-yard shy of the first. Nope, the ref was right there. He hit the ground half a yard shy. Even I could see that. And Angie has now decided to get up onto my monitor desk. She is knocking off the little rubber duck. Catch that fucker before he gets anywhere. Little ducky. Oh, they're going for it. Be 4th and 1. This could be a very easy QB sneak, but they are going to do a handoff, and he gets through. Gets a full yard and will move the chains. Dang. Oh yeah, the offensive line definitely pushed the defenders far enough that it was no question they were going to get that one. So be first down in Purdue. I think they have crossed over into orange territory. Nope, they are on their own side of the 50 of the 47. Pressure coming, he's forced to throw it away. And there'll be some jawing going on. Wouldn't be a close NCAA game if tempers didn't get lost at some point. Oh yeah, the Queen did do something for you. For once. Yeah. Welcome back, Foster. Lewis gets the carry on this one. Will gain about 3 yards. We'll have 3rd and 7 now. Oh, she angry. She very angry. Is this because you haven't had your second outside trip today? Oh, that is the stare of death. Yep, stare of death. Because she has not had her second outside trip today. Now 3rd and 7. QB in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers out to his right. O'Connell pressure gets to him quickly, and that throw goes right through the hands of the receiver. Incomplete. That was Rice near the far sideline again. Oh. Now, she was mad about the interception penalties. She's upset about Justin Herbert and his cracked rib cartilage. Hopefully they will be okay. But yeah, I knew that anytime I was going to be hearing about Herbert getting injured, it hit off of a player and bounced right into the hands of the Syracuse player. They were going to try to just down it. No. Yeah, I hope they don't rush him back. That they actually, monitor his injury. And don't just, tape him up and shoot him full of painkillers. Well, Foster, I'm not unaware of any rule that doesn't say that a cat can't play. It says a cat can't play baseball, so we might have an Air Buds type of situation here. Oh my gosh, it bounced. Oh, so if he called the fair catch, he muffed it wherever his teammate recovered it. The ball just is dead at that point. That is a shame. We had something cool and interesting happen. If the 49ers lose this week, does Jimmy start next week? True North, I think that is going to depend solely on Trey Lance's performance in the next game. That first week against Chicago, they were playing in a swamp. It was not ideal conditions for any quarterback to show off what they were really capable of. And I think San Francisco is definitely going to wait. I mean, they've invested this much capital and this much time into Trey Lance being the future of their franchise. I think they definitely want to give him, I think, every opportunity that they can. Luke thinks the Chargers would be better off going with Chase Daniels for a game. One would think, Luke, but then again, that's rather logical and considering the welfare of the players, and I'm not sure how well that goes over in the modern NFL. Foster, which performance in the club are you referring to? I'm guessing this is some kind of... Oh, look what... Trey Lance club video. Oh... Throwing money at strippers in a strip club, and that's what they're getting huffy about? Oh, come on. Are we still going to be that worked up about what the people are doing in their spare time? Yeah. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. Also, True North, I have a broken humor detector sometimes. But it did remind me, there is a very famous strip club in Chicago, the Admiral Theater. It's on, I want to say Lawrence and near Lawrence and Pulaski. And there's actually over the front doors to the club a quote from Larry Flint saying that one of the greatest rights that people have in this country is the right to be left alone. Just saying. Well, it's Syracuse on the run again, and Schrader is just deciding to carry the team on his back now, running through syrup up the middle for 8.5 yards. I'm not sure why we're looking down on strippers like that in this society anyway. I mean, from my years of doing Lyft, one of my usual customers at certain times of the day were strippers going to work, and they were always very polite. They would hold conversation, very pleasant conversation if they wanted to. They tipped well because they understood the grind. And that is Schrader again. Gets popped at the line of scrimmage and will get about no gain on the play. Whew. That's the thing, I wonder, like, Schrader, the QB for Syracuse, just looks like he doesn't have a motor in there depending on his size to get through, but he seems a little hesitant to actually put his weight into it. Tucker goes straight ahead. We'll move the chains. Welcome back, Angie. And now the Orangemen have finally moved up to close to the... I thought they were close to the 30, but I haven't been good at Thank you, Angie. And that's Tucker on the far sideline. They're going to give him the first down. Give him 11 on that play. Oh yeah, absolutely. They are working people just like us. I know I've probably at some point told the story about driving a couple of strippers from the Admiral Club home late night and just enjoying the hell out of their conversation. Oh yeah, it honestly sounded like any other post-work, dealing with, office politics and bullshit and scheduling and, yeah, they're real people just like us. Oh. All right, Angie, you insist on coming up here to try to step on the keyboard and interfere with things, so good coverage by the running back to keep the QB safe. And Alford had that catch and then he dropped it as soon as the defender came in for the hit. Will be ruled incomplete. Yeah. That's Reese Taylor again is making that play and forcing the ball out of the receiver's hands there. 3rd and 6 now for Syracuse. They're only 1 for 6 on 3rd downs today. Throws over the middle, and that is a catch for a first down. Fan-frickin-tastic. Yeah. And now for some reason, Angie is thoroughly invested in this game. Or maybe it's the fact that she thinks she's finally gotten a comfortable position. All right. Oh, so close, but a wonderful defensive play by number 10 of Purdue to keep that from being a major gain for Syracuse. And of course, the fans wanted a flag for pass interference, but that was just boom, boom. Very good no call in my opinion. And we could hear the bullshit calls from the fans who were close to the announcer's booth. Oh, he's looking for Tucker way out of bounds, and he was forced out of bounds by the defensive player. Incomplete. Yeah, I know. I have no idea why you're tolerating this for as long as you are, Angie. All right. Pressure coming from the Boilermakers. Schrader has to leave the pocket. He will keep it. Gets run out of bounds, and that is going to be flags flying everywhere. He's got an extra shove from one of the Purdue defensemen when he was already out there. And one of the other Boilermakers is very slow to get up. There must have been a collision of some kind on the sidelines. Yeah, they're checking on him now. As number 7 for Purdue, that is down. After the play, personal foul on the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Yeah, I'm serious though, Angie. I have no idea why you're... Oh, that happened with... It was a collision with his own player. Oh my goodness. He took out his own guy as he was delivering that out-of-bounds hit. Oh, no. because they want to send a message, I guess. And a pass over the middle. Syracuse is down inside the 15 thanks to Gadsden the second. Oh, wow. And now they are knocking on the door. 1st and 10 from the 13 for the Orangemen now. 4:34 to go in the third. Schrader will be working out of the shotgun and again. Sends Tucker out, and he got shoved out of the way by Brothers, who interfered with that play. He's 2nd and 10 now for the Orangemen. They definitely should be able to get a field goal at this point, and it's 38-0 Georgia over South Carolina. South Carolina. Just when I think that... and a good play by Gadsden, getting the late pass from Schrader, will pick up about 8 on the reception, taken out of bounds. Clock will stop at 4:12. Nope, they keep it going. Third and 2 now for Syracuse. And I guess, like the score tells you folks, this is still a very close game. They're separated by 1 score. So, okay, now I know that. Now I know that this is just her needing the attention. Schrader has to wait too long and he gets swarmed. Doesn't get knocked down yet. An interception in the end zone, but there was a flag on the play before that interception was thrown. So, we shall wait and see. Oh, and it's a penalty on Purdue? Oh my God. Purdue is just keeping themselves from winning anything in this game. Holding on the defense. Automatic first down. Damn. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, credit to Schrader for staying up and just trying to avoid the sack, but that was a super dangerous throw to the end zone. And now they're at the 2. Tucker tries to barrel his way through. Gets stopped immediately at the line by number 99, who got that personal foul penalty earlier, is making up for it now. Down to 2nd and goal. They're still at the 2. I don't know, Syracuse. This is you guys. This is your 15th play. You're on the goal line, and once again, Tucker gets stood up in the backfield and has to struggle his way back to the line of scrimmage. That will be Kane there who will get the credit on the initial stop. You know, at some points, I think the fact that I'm wearing paraphernalia that comes from 2 different colleges at once is somehow affecting how the games go, but then I remember that that's bullshit, and it doesn't exist. Looking left. And there it is! Touchdown for Jones, a pass into the side of the end zone. And Syracuse has tied it up. Now, we have had a point after attempt get blocked in this game already, so Isaiah Jones got 1 foot in. And as a good point after. Dang. About 2 minutes to go in the third, and Syracuse has taken the lead from Purdue. Who would have thought? Woo. Okay. Touchdown Orange. All right, let's get rid of the strip club. We don't need that anymore. Don't need the colors. Can take things a little bit easier on my processor now. Done with Major League Baseball. All right, so updates. Michigan is now leading 45-0. Nearing the end of the third quarter in their game. Georgia is now up 45-0 over the Cox. Oklahoma is up 42-7 over Nebraska. Yep, glad we switched. 28-0. Kentucky over Youngstown State. 21-7. Baylor is leading Texas State. Army is beating Villanova 35-10. The fourth quarter has just started there. Cincinnati and Miami of Ohio is still kind of close. Miami only down by 1 score in that, 24-17. Western Kentucky currently leading Indiana by 4, 17-13. Missouri still on top of Abilene Christian, probably not moving and just having somebody else jump on the bed the whole time, 24-3. And Kent State beating the snot out of LIU, 48-10, 6:04 to go in the third. So we follow the scores down. Southern Illinois now taking the lead over Northwestern, 17-14. Central Michigan is leading Bucknell at the half. Coastal Carolina over Buffalo, 14-9. And West Virginia clobbering Townsend. They haven't even gotten out of the first half, and it's 38-7. So, yeah, all kinds of excitement going on around here. Whew. Oh, definitely glad I got that second cup of coffee. That, was just what I needed. And I know I can't really show it without jerking the camera around and making everybody sick at home. Or make it look like this is one of those Bourne Identity movies. But Angie is now curled up in my lap. Like, this rarely ever happens. So I'm thinking she was just desperate for the attention today. And I understand. And that's a claw in my leg. Oh, yeah. Oh, love hurts. Love hurts. How's everybody doing out there? Y'all still feeling all right? I'm very glad that that Foster, you recommended these other games to watch. And thankfully, we found the exciting one. I'm definitely going to have to reorganize things after this stream is over because it is time. It is definitely time to shift things around. It'll be a touchback. Purdue will take it at the 25. All right, William Foster, glad to hear you too. You're doing well. Ooh, and now we have a Twisted Tea drop-in with Western Kentucky and Indiana. Their lead, Western Kentucky is beating Indiana 24-13 right now. Okay. Oh, I'm on that familiar feeling of the caffeine high carrying me through the day, which was essentially how I survived 7 years of dog walking, was just downing energy drinks. Easy swing out to number 3, but there's a tackler right there, and he's only going to end up gaining 1 on the play. He went from having a wide open field to getting swarmed by orange jerseys. And now it'll be 2nd and 9 from their own 26. Got 2 receivers out to either side. He's looking and will take the ball on the run and gets hit hard, but will gain 7 yards, make it a 3rd and 2. Very daring play by O'Connell. I was afraid he was going to lose the ball at some point, because he was just setting himself up to take a big hit. Now Syracuse players try to hype up the home crowd. And Purdue is going to call a timeout. It'll only be a 30-second timeout, so I cannot default back to cat conversation immediately. Oh yeah, like I said, tomorrow I'm going to be doing New England versus Pittsburgh at noon because that's the game that's available to me. I'm going to do my best to keep track of the Lions and Commies as well, as that's the one that I'm most invested in. Hopefully I won't be too delayed. All right, we're back at it. 3rd and 2. You got 2 receivers lined out to the right, tight end going back to the far side. And they nearly got to him, but a great catch on the far sidelines by number 8 for Purdue. That will move the sticks. And wow. Wow. That was some good threading of the needle by O'Connell. He got there just before the pressure came. Reception by TJ Sheffield there. Down to 30 seconds to go. And now more pressure from Syracuse. Gets bombed into double coverage, and it was like 5-6 yards away from the receiver anyway, so really nothing doing, but there is a flag. Personal foul, defense, roughing the passer. And now Syracuse is trying to screw themselves. And I can hear the bullshit chants from just beyond the microphone. Fans are not happy about that one. Especially because that barely looked like anything resembling roughing. But then again, that is just me. Be a handoff to Downey, and he will maybe get 2 or 3. It was immediately wrapped up just as he passed the line of scrimmage. That's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. We're getting down to the last 15 minutes of time between Syracuse and Purdue. Syracuse just got up by 1 with a touchdown throw. Their first touchdown of the game. Yeah. I think I realized that I just mixed the teams up again. I'm going to blame it on the fact that I didn't put the right colors in here for the teams. Yeah. All right. Reset that. Now we're ready to go. Get my hand cleaned by the cat because apparently that is the most important thing to do right now. Well, at the very least, they're keeping this one interesting. We'll see how long this last quarter gets extended to. I'm thinking at least an hour and 10 minutes to get this one taken care of. It's like I said, close game. Teams are looking pretty evenly matched as far as their skill levels and ability to take penalties at just the wrong time. This could get real upsetting / real ugly real quick here at the end. And while we're waiting for them to return, we will go back to see if anything has really changed in the scores. So far, not really. California isn't losing to Notre Dame yet. 0-0 in the first quarter in that game, which has just begun. South Alabama holding a 10-6 lead over UCLA. Rutgers is down 7-3 to Temple. Iowa State is currently leading Ohio 14-0 as the first quarter winds down in that game. And Ball State is beating Murray State 7-0 as the second quarter begins there. And everything else from the last time that I updated or looked at it is holding the status quo, and it is 49-7. Oklahoma over Nebraska. And Angie has had enough of my lap. Now she wants to take the keyboard and the mouse hostage again. All right, see you later. Well, we've got a moment to breathe here on another stupid sports show. Welcome to all of you who are just tuning in, trying to figure out what this jumbled title is about. We were originally watching Oklahoma, Nebraska, but then it just turned into a rout, so we switched over to Purdue, Syracuse. And Ron has a freshly squeezed Mai Tai in hand, while I send out thanks to our sponsors for today's game: Crispy Hexagon Cereal, 6-sided cord, and rice bites for your morning meal. And our good friends at Legal Coffee, I'll learn how to hold these labels one day, the Mexican instant coffee, 99.5% guaranteed to not contain methamphetamines. And here we go, the fourth quarter will start with the Boilermakers on their own 43, 2nd and 7. Play gets shifted at the line. And they will hand off to number 45, who immediately gets wrapped up. He will maybe get gifted a yard on that play. Will be 3rd and 6. Yes, 99.5, Ron. The rest is just a fun mystery for you to discover on your own. Two receivers out to either side, back to the QB's right. Fake the handoff, immediate pressure coming, and a sack. Driving him back to the 48 of Syracuse. There was a big flag on the play, though, that came before the hit. What will the referees do to ruin this wonderful play? Offsides. Still 3rd down, but now it's only 3rd and 2. I would just, see how you feel. If you suddenly think, Ron, that it's okay to walk into the Domino's Pizza naked with a cinder block tied to your nutsack, then you probably got one with meth in it. Yeah, about 1 to 200. And they give it to Downing, who is going to blast through that big pile, will pick up 3 and move the chains. Whew. Syracuse could have had a great stop there, a great momentum shift, but they shot themselves in the foot with an offside penalty. No, Foster, I don't recommend that. Definitely not. He's going to launch it. It bounces off the defender's helmet. Carter was defending Burks, and the ball just bounced off his helmet. Oh, that could be... you could argue that that's close. I think he put that shove in just as he saw the receiver put his hands up for the catch. That one gets to Tracy, but will only gain about 5 yards. Be down at the 24 for 3rd down. And now the crowd pumps up again, trying to will the Orangemen into a defensive stand. O'Connell gets looking again, gets hit as he throws, and that is a completed pass on the far sideline to number 15. Wow. He just had great position. The defender was behind him. A great clear throwing lane. Oh, yeah. And now they're down inside the 10. (27-19) Western Kentucky leading Indiana, and that play gets blown up immediately. They'll maybe get a half a yard. But that'll be 2nd down in about 10. Well, unless Purdue really botches things here and misses the field goal, they're going to have to force Syracuse to march down the field again. Oh wait, they're only at the 11. My bad, sorry about that, guys. 2nd and 10, O'Connell in shotgun. To the back of the end zone. That is a touchdown for Durham. And Purdue jumps back in front. 11-yard touchdown reception to Payne Durham makes the score 15-10. Just over the reach of Jones. And they're going to go for 2 because of that blocked extra point that they had earlier in the game. It'll be McConnell shotgun, 3 receivers out to his right, 2 showing out to the left. Empty backfield for him. Looking, throw is back at the end zone, but Jones was already out and it was too high. No good. Welcome, Andy. You just joined in certainly a game. Wow. I understand the play call. They wanted that back so that they could force Syracuse into making a tougher decision. But, yes, I know, Angie. I can't take the pressure either. There's just too much drama happening in this game. Oh yeah, she just had to come in and announce her anger and then leave. It's cool. I'm pretty sure that Monty is still chilling up on the minibar. He has taken that as his exclusive spot out in the living room. You know what? We're at a commercial break. You all have been doing well today. I'll be right back. We will get some Monty for you. I know, yeah, Andy. Oh, Bronco football tomorrow. Alright, let's fade that out because any minute now we're going to be back to the game and we might as well have volume before I forget about it. Yeah, I know. Can you believe that Purdue and Syracuse is that close, Monty? Neither can I. It's alright, True North. It's okay, there wasn't too much stripper talk, and Michigan is up 52-0. Oh, man. Oh. Is college football ever going to institute a mercy rule? Like if a team gets up 50 points on an opponent that they just call the game right there? It's going to be a touchback on the kickoff, by the way. Orangemen will start at their 25. Upcoming will be Colorado at Minnesota. Oh. Logan hopes not. Yes. You've worked very hard today, Monty. You get all the scritches. And the cameraman did not know where the hell that play was. And it was once again the QB for Syracuse running around and carrying the team on his back. High school has a mercy rule, says Zach B., that makes the clock run nonstop in the fourth quarter if it's a 40-point difference. I'm sure the advertisers would like to speak with me, but oh, and a great pass for our first down to the far sidelines. That was number 9 for Syracuse to gain about 10, 11 yards on that play. Oh. Yeah, buddy. I know. You just want to rest. You have had a rough day of looking outside and then eating and then looking outside and falling asleep on the minibar. Schrader is 10 for 20 but has 87 rushing yards. And that run will maybe get them back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe. So it will be a 2nd down and 10 for Syracuse. And he's had enough. Good for him. Know your limits, Monty. And another great run from Syracuse. How's number 34? Taking care of business again. And maybe, yep, I could actually plug my headphones back in. Yes. Yep, you got here just in time to see Monty, Luke. I figured the chat had been doing well today, and we actually found ourselves a good game to watch. So, here we go, they yell. And now, finally, they start the play clock. 3rd and 1, looks like the Boilermakers are going to try to stack the box, and it works. They will stop them short at the 46. They're going to mark him a full yard short. Oh. Important decision now for Syracuse. Do they go for it, or do they depend on their defense to make another stop on Purdue? Offense is still out on the field. They are going for it. 4th and 1. Schrader, pocket collapsing, gets the pass off to number 19 on the far side. He's past the 20 now, and running down to the 10, gets in for the touchdown. Syracuse Orangemen. Holy crap, that's Gadsden the second with a 46-yard reception, dodging his way in and out of players on the far sideline. Oh, mio, mio, by the bayou. And just like that, Syracuse is back on top. They have left a lot of time for Purdue, but I think they may have the faith in their offense to get down the field and score and take it back again. They're going for a 2-point conversion now to make it a 3-point lead. Schrader will run it in. Oh, yeah. I think their full name is the Syracuse Orangemen, but yeah, it is just kind of weird that they just have the word orange on their uniforms. It's... yeah. I don't know if it's the same as the anti-Catholic Orangemen True North. I think they just really like oranges. I'm pretty sure their mascot is just like a sentient humanoid with an orange for a head, and I'm assuming... yeah, I don't want to even assume what the rest of his body looks like. That is a horror thought that I do not need to be mulling at this moment. But hey, at least now they're going to force them to actually go down the field and get a touchdown if Purdue wants a lead instead of a tie. Let me see. All right, let's... da-da-da-da. There's still no indication of how long this game is, how many. I'm looking at kids on bikes again, by the way, just because now I'm curious. But oh, damn. Woohoo! Blah, 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 blah. Character creation. Get people started sooner. Nope, does not say anything about how long of a game it is. I think they just want us to buy it and go from there. Cool. Fantastic. Oh. 4 to 16 hours, you say, Ron? Ah. All right. I think we could definitely be down for that, like a couple of sessions. Fantastic. All right, thanks for the information, Ron. I appreciate that. All right, well, they're back now. We're waiting to kick off. Everybody is dancing in the stands up at Syracuse. Yeah, 2 to 3 session game. That's not bad, you know. Short term, but still interesting enough to keep people coming back. Like that. I'm assuming that this is going to be another touchback. They don't want to give him... Yep, catches the ball, nails it in the end zone, touchback. Oh, we also have Liberty and Wake Forest. Now that's going to be a barn burner. North Carolina A&T versus Duke, and Louisiana Tech versus number 5 Clemson is primetime game on the ACC network. I'm sure you're all going to be tuning in for that. They got that because for my scoreboard, currently the control is a hotkey that makes it go up by 1, and whenever I do like any functions in other programs, it just automatically puts the score up. O'Connell's got so much time, he is going to get, oh my god, intercepted and run back in by the big man. Another touchdown for the Orangemen. He tried to throw the ball away and threw it right into the lines of the defensive lineman. Yes, Zach B says it. It's a thick 6. No penalty flags, and the Syracuse crowd is going wild. Hopefully, let's get this replay going. Yeah, they were waiting for a specific receiver to get open down the field. I think it was O'Connell's childhood friend Jones that he wanted to get. And now they're waiting for the long snapper to get out while the play clock has been moving. I think it's the ET slash, whatever that bullshit Abrams clone was, and they're running the play clock out because they could not get all the people on the field for the point after attempt. Love it. Oh my goodness. That was just right into the arms of number 93. That's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. I understand, don't take the sack, get rid of the ball, but... Now back the point after attempt. Up about 5 yards. Still true and through. Yeah, sometimes better to be lucky than good. Trying to see how many players. Nope, doesn't say that either. I guess we'll depend on Ron to answer that question for us. Ron, how many players in Kids on Bikes? Well, now it is 25-15. Four to six people. That's a good size for a game like that. Oh, Western Kentucky up 27-22. Why is it not? Oh, there it is. Come on. Wow, they're really delaying all the scores on this. I've still got it listed as 17-13 in the third. They're really wanting to try to push people into paying for all the networks that they possibly can, aren't they? Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Ron. Definitely I'd say more people, more time. But the fact that just from reading the description on Kids on Bikes that it's in the same kind of style of the players creating the story together that Alice is Missing was, my attention has been piqued. Yeah, Teens in Space. I saw that too. Man, if you're gonna have somebody playing drums in a car commercial, please, please, please. Oh, it's a perfume commercial, even better, with Jimi Hendrix playing behind it. You know, at least make an effort to make the drums sound like they're being played live. Well, now we know that they are holding out on us for the scores. Yep, just refresh the page and they are just waiting. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Buggers. Well, 25-15 now. Syracuse suddenly looking like they're playing a football game. Ooh. They'll let that bounce out of the back of the end zone. Yeah, at some point, Luke, I think that would be a fun one to do. I'm wondering, like I said, the ideas are churning. Over the middle for a pass for O'Connell will be about a gain of 6 to the tight end, whatever his name was on the back of that jersey. It was too folded up for me to be able to read it. You know, someday I'll remember to actually have the rosters in front of me so I can look at these players' names, but today is not that day. Maybe get a half a yard on that one. Okay. Really, Logan? Really, you're trying to get 1877 robots for kids stuck in my brain? Yeah, Scooter gone. It's now Dumpster Fire versus GPS. Because we couldn't have, you know, agreed to work together without bringing stupid rivalries into it. And that's Durham up the middle again. We'll move the chains a big chunk up near midfield. Oh yeah, you know, GPS, rah rah, sis boom bah, all the way. And they're comparing this guy to Rob Gronkowski. He's got him again! Charlie Jones down the field, down the sidelines for a touchdown. 6:41 to go in the game. Now it is 25-21. Purdue is right back in it. 55-yard touchdown reception. The defender fell down. And Michigan is up 59-0. Yeah, Zach B, we got one of those games that explodes in the fourth. I'm gonna read over what he's got there, Luke, and we'll see. Point after was good, by the way. 3-point lead now for Syracuse. Oh man. Yeah, we got another good one here at the end. All right, update for True North. He's still not dead from eating the carnival hot dogs. Glad to hear. Power through it, man. Oh, because finally they're back. Might as well take the time to thank another longtime supporter of another stupid sports show and of this channel in general, and that is Screw City Lager from the Prairie Street Brewing Company. Haven't had a good Screw City in a while. It's been impossible to find anywhere. Apparently they put their beers on a rotation, so even like the really popular ones, they just won't make new batches for a little bit of time. I am flattered, Ron. I am flattered, but unfortunately, I just do not swing that way. If I was able to make it out of acting school without discovering some sort of gay or bi-curious side to me, I think it's a little too late. Oh, really? We're gonna bring the Montreal Screwjob into this. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, honestly, I think they do it at this point, you know, just to keep people trying the different flavors that they get out there. And of course, and True North wants it, of course, to be now known as Fuck City. Let me look something up real quick. Oh. Wow. That was, yeah. Apparently, Rockford, Illinois is known as Screw City, or the screw capital of the world, because of the billions of screws, bolts, and fasteners Rockford's many factories provided for manufacturers around the world. So yeah. The name means, yeah. Kickoff went out of bounds, by the way. So they're going to get it further up the field. At the 35-yard line. Just don't go in Johnny Rockford about that, cause it's not cool. He doesn't need that. The Montreal Impact job. Okay, I see what you did there, Logan. I see. Yep. Yeah, Philadelphia is very much the screw you city. True North, I think it might have been, upon on like a screwdriver versus an impact driver. That's just me. All right, Luke. Do what you gotta do, man. Oh, Carson Strong. All right. I knew I remembered that name, and I didn't know from where. We're down to 5:45 to go now in this game. Schrader has to run because he's flushed out of the pocket, gets tackled early after he gains only a yard. All right, Syracuse still has all their timeouts. Purdue spent one earlier in the second half, so they're down to 2. Syracuse is taking all the time off of the clock they possibly can, and meanwhile, Logan informs us that Western Kentucky is now up 30-22. Man in motion, back toward the line. Schrader just hit, and just off the defender's hands, deflected away. Jenkins prevents another long gain from the Syracuse receivers. Well, underthrown, and now they have to punt away on 4th and 9. And he faked them out with assuming he's going to catch at the 15 and bounces into the end zone. They will get it at their own 25. Whew! All right. It's 49-14 in Oklahoma, Nebraska. And now they're reviewing all the scoring plays so we can get the hype even more up. Quick pass to the 25. Allie Tracy Jr. with the reception. Be down to 2nd and about 4. .305 yards for O'Connell on the day. Fakes the handoff. Has plenty of time. Has to dodge one tackle. Get away from another. Gets shoved down as he throws. And he throws it into the stands. Wax getting the additional pressure on there. That's certainly an interesting name. Zach, where is that player? Is that a real player or just or is that like your football role playing persona? 3rd and 4 now. Down to 4:18, empty backfield. Here comes the pressure again. He gets rid of the ball though. And he's got it again to Charlie Jones across the 50, down near the 20-yard line. Oh, you thought the game was over, but it might have just begun. Oh, cornerback for Syracuse. Yeah, who? O'Connell, he gets hit and has to run back, force himself back to the line of scrimmage after he gets popped by Wax. 2nd and 10 now, clock running, 3:25 about to go. At the 23, O'Connell winds up again, through a defender's hands too high. That was Chestnut who nearly got that one. It might be his signature for all we know. Charlie Jones has out-earned in yardage the entire Syracuse roster. 3rd and 10, out of the shotgun. He's going for it. In and out of the hands of Jones. No flags. He wants one, but he's not getting it. Oh, he had just gotten blocked out of having a chance of catching that. It's going to be a 41-yard attempt now by Purdue to tie this game, force Syracuse to win on the back of their offense. No good! No good! 2:53 to go and Syracuse is getting the ball back. The Purdue coach cannot believe it. Chestnut is on the field, looking surprised. And what do you know? Wow. 2-minute warning now for Indiana, Western Kentucky, and Indiana is in the red zone. And okay, they're only down by 8, so they could definitely tie. And the crowd of orange is getting hyped up. Schrader out of the shotgun has to get rid of it. No, and is not going to be able to. He will be sacked in the backfield. They're going to take off Colorado in about 5 minutes. They're going to switch to it after this one finishes. 2nd and 15 now after that swarming pressure by the Boilermaker defense. Schrader changes the play at the line. He's got back on either side of him. Trice gets some good coverage. That will be 3rd and 15 now. Indiana is now in the 9-yard line, according to Ron. The excitement is killing me. I hope it lasts. Oh, 2nd and goal now. Logan is waiting for Wisconsin versus New Mexico State. Schrader is once again checking his wrist guide. Gets back into the shotgun. And they hand it to Tucker, who will run up the... Oh boy. Okay, I think we're back to normal now. So that's going to be an extra 5 yards for Purdue. And a flag. Great. Wow. Oh boy. 1st and 15 now. Out of the shotgun again is O'Connell. That pressure is... Sheffield dodges a tackle and will leap out of bounds after a gain of 8. I don't know whether I'm actually broadcasting right now, but I see a green light over there. I'm going to assume it's back. I will assume. Yeah, I think I am back now, Foster. They're only going to rush 3 this time. As complete to Jones, and he will move the chains. 2:04 now to go. No timeouts, and they got to keep going. Incomplete. Chestnut on the defense for Syracuse now. Clock will stop at 1:50. I have to put it at 1:49 because apparently this thing takes a full second to think about starting after I press start. Yeah, we're going to be changing some things in the upcoming week. Yeah, I should definitely upgrade to that 56K. Served me well for so long. On the Syracuse 44, 2nd and 10. Incomplete. Purdue desperately. And it is now 1st down for Purdue inside the red zone. Assuming they do not screw up, they are good to go. Indiana has now tied things up for Western Kentucky, 30-30. My internet connection is falling apart just at the point when everything gets exciting again. That's going to be a run up the middle. They'll maybe get 2 or 3 yards. How much time is left in the Western Kentucky-Indiana game, by the way? Because I can't trust the internet. They're delayed on everything. Down to a minute to go. Charlie Jones is in the slot. And it is caught and a touchdown by Durham. "12-yard reception. And he is sending out kisses and love sign to the few Purdue fans who are in attendance. Unsportsmanlike on Purdue. Their kickoff will be backed up. Dang. Wow. And once again, these teams are just beating themselves up with bad penalties. And that's Durham. Durham scores, and then he gets an unsportsmanlike for his own team. Okay. And now the special teams coach got an unsportsmanlike conduct. Half the distance to the goal. Oh my God. Purdue, you're killing me here. I'm not rooting for you, but you're just killing me here with these horrible penalties. And now they're going to be back at like their own 10. Oh, and now Durham's trying to calm everybody down on the sidelines after he screwed his team once. Wow. Yeah, that is one for the books, Zach B. But if you get into a referee's face too far, they will push it back. And they're going to have to kick off from the 10-yard line. Like, they are going to be able to field this near the 30. Wow. Yeah, Purdue still has all their timeouts. There are 51 seconds to go at the game. They're going to get great field position, assuming they don't screw up. Wow. You know what? If Purdue loses this game, be fielded at the 24 by Syracuse. Be across the 40, he's going to make it just to the 50, maybe on the other side of it. Yep, be marked right near midfield, just on the Syracuse side. And now Schrader has got to get them down the field. Western Kentucky has the ball in the Indiana 46, 2nd and 10, 29 seconds left, no timeouts. Meanwhile, Syracuse has all 3 of their timeouts, 45 to go in the game. From midfield, 1st and 10. Schrader out of the shotgun. Across the middle, broken up. And nearly intercepted. And Western Kentucky is apparently driving toward a game-winning field goal. It's a bad throw. Hopefully Schrader can redeem himself. Attempting a 44-yard field goal. Everything is crazy. Come on up, Angie. Angie is back. Schrader, and nearly sacked, but gets rid of the ball. They might want to think about using some of these timeouts, to be honest. 44-yard attempt. Indiana ices the kicker. 4 seconds left. Meanwhile, 2nd and 10 now from the Purdue 40. Schrader out of the shotgun. Oh. Schrader bombing it out. Yes! And that is a catch inside the 20. Down to 17 seconds. Alford makes it possible. And PSU's QB just got whacked, according to Foster. Catch is under further review, but his heel came down out of bounds. That's going to get called back. Yeah, kick is no good. Western Kentucky and Indiana is going to overtime. Yeah. Yeah, his heel came down. His heel came down on the out of bounds marker on the sideline. So Auburn takes over on downs between Penn State and Auburn now. Angie, of course, is here for the end of the game. Like, do you have a parlay going on this, Angie? You're not usually turning your head in this direction. Yeah, when the heel hit it in the same motion, and that put him out of bounds. Damn. 3rd and 10 now from the Purdue 40. Schrader looking again. And now there's a late flag. Late flag. And one of the Syracuse players is coming off hurt. Looks like he has a separated shoulder. Pesnifer's on the defense. 15-yard penalty. Oh, man. We got 12 seconds to go in this game, and Purdue just hurt themselves again. And it's another first down for Syracuse. You got about 2 plays. Come on. Schrader throws it up. Touchdown, Gadsden to the second. Just gets it in. Holy shit. Holy shit. 25-yard reception for Syracuse. Wow. 7 seconds to go. This was the right game. This was the right game. Point after attempt being lined up now. There is a flag on the play, of course. Prior to the snap, timeout. Called by Syracuse. Woo. All right. Oh my gosh, got his feet in. Perfect placement of the ball. Enough separation from the defender. That was beautiful. That was really beautiful. Yes, Angie, it's not as beautiful as you. Wow. He has 2 touchdown catches on the day, and now the referees are conferencing again. Another unsportsmanlike on Purdue? Another unsportsmanlike on Purdue? Wait, what the hell are they talking about now? This is incredible. And I think one of the Purdue players just got ejected for a flagrant foul. Oh my God. Purdue fell apart at the end of this game. Chris Jefferson got ejected for a flagrant foul. Holy shit. Yeah. 9-3 at the half, and we get to a barn burner with several penalties at the end. Wow. And Purdue is just enjoying the moment. Like, there's smiles abound on every fan. Oregon just scored against BYU, and that's officially an offsides by the receiving team. It gets declined, and the extra point is good. And so now Purdue will have 7 seconds and no timeouts. If we're lucky, Zach B, everybody in Purdue will finish this game with a flag. Are you cursing everybody with your mind, Angie? I think she is. You just keep doing that. Wow, Syracuse is going to get, assuming things don't completely go bananas in the last 7 seconds, Syracuse will have a 3-0 start to the season. Purdue falls to 1-2. And honestly, it was a self-inflicted loss by Purdue. They screwed up so badly. Even with the 415 passing yards that Purdue got, the penalties were just too much. They were not disciplined. 42 points in the fourth quarter, by the way, for this game. Well, the first time since 2013 when Syracuse won on a last-second touchdown. Again, wow. Oh my God, they're kicking from the Purdue 35 and kicked it through the uprights just for... Woo! Oh, wow. Oh, that was wonderfully hilarious. Yeah. Yeah, that should be 10 points. Oh yeah, college football has inherent wackiness built right into it. 5 receivers set, nobody in the backfield, and now the whistles come in, of course, to a Syracuse timeout. Well, I do so badly want to wrap up this stream because we've been going for so long, but I know I can't because, like I said, it's college football. Anything can happen in this last 7 seconds. I don't know about Hail Mary, but I think they're going to have to get a Miami Miracle number of laterals in order to get this together. And they have gone over on the Vegas call for the number on the over-under for this game. Vegas had them at 59.5. They're currently at 62 total points. Same setup before, but now it looks like, yeah, 3 wide receivers out to the right. Yeah, here comes the laterals. Sheffield. Syracuse wraps them up. And Syracuse remains undefeated. Yeah. No, Ron, you're absolutely right. For as competitive as it got in the second half, this game was strictly just screwed up and wasted by Purdue. All those penalties, especially all that unsportsmanlike conduct in the fourth quarter, kept screwing themselves over. And now because of that, Syracuse is 3-0. Oh, wow. And Indiana beats Western Kentucky 33-30. Well, it's been a fun time this afternoon. I'm glad everybody's here, could be here. Thanks again to our sponsors, Crispy Hexagons, Legal Coffee, and of course, Screw City Lager. This has been another Stupid Sports Show. I'm Jim B. We'll be back tomorrow for New England versus Pittsburgh at 12 Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. Y'all take care of yourselves, and good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.